Talia was confident that something was really wrong with Casey's head. Within a few seconds, Talia ended up as a thief and a liar, and Casey didn't have a single proof for any of that. She wants to be Damon's Luna? Will Damon allow Casey to be in a position to impact the lives of his pack members? Stephanie told Talia several stories about Damon since he took over the pack as the alpha, and Talia thought that he really cares about his pack. However, if he makes Casey his Luna, that will change the dynamics for the worse, not only in the pack house, but in the pack overall. I need to leave this place as soon as possible, Talia told herself. Living on the street and sleeping under a bridge can't be worse than this. Without the authority to talk back to Casey, Talia felt the urgency to leave, starting with this room. Talia walked past Casey, but how can Casey allow Talia to walk out? Casey grabbed Talia's arm and applied pressure. Where do you think you are going? Casey's wolf is weak on a werewolf strength scale, but she is still stronger than a human, and since Talia didn't have her wolf, she was unable to shake Casey off. Actually, the grip was so painful that Talia winced. Talia gritted her teeth. Let go. Not before you give me that phone. Talia was dejected. Why can't this woman leave her alone? But she saw that things were escalating and that Casey will not let her go. Talia's options were to fight back or to admit to theft she didn't do. Talia was never in a fight, so that didn't cross her mind, but she couldn't stay silent and allow this to continue either. Talia remembered what Maya said to Casey, and she thought it would be safe to play that card. You are a guest in this pack, and I suggest you act like one. This is not your phone. Why would I give it to you? Who are you to tell me how I should act? Talia paused. Who is she? No one. But that doesn't mean that Casey can accuse her of things she didn't do. At the thought of the injustice thrown at her, rage swelled inside Talia. And who do you think you are? Talia hissed. You want to be the Luna of this pack? Casey's eyes flashed in outrage. Damon was training with warriors when he got the message from Travis through the mind link of how he wanted to talk to Talia. Damon told Stephanie that Talia should call Travis, and Damon took that as a cue to return to the pack house. His plan was to shower and then find out what Talia made for dinner, but he ended up overhearing Casey preventing Talia from leaving the living room. Damon approved when Talia stood up for herself and when she said how Casey is not a Luna material, and Talia even said some good things about Damon as the alpha. Stephanie showed up at the door of the living room in a hurry. Oh dear. Stephanie gasped as she approached Talia, who was holding onto her cheek. Let's put some ice on it. Talia followed, unsure if Damon mind-linked Stephanie or if Stephanie heard the commotion. It didn't matter. Damon glared at Casey. Who gave you the right to raise your hand on my pack member? She stole the phone and refused to admit, Casey squeaked. Our mate would never steal. Damon's wolf raged, and Damon wished for a mute button because his wolf's fury was amplifying Damon's. You have half an hour to pack your stuff, Casey. My warriors will escort you outside of my territory. You are not welcome here. You are kicking me out over a random Omega? Yes, I am kicking you out, Damon said sternly. She is not a random Omega. She is one of my people, and I will not allow you to terrorize her or anyone else under my roof. But she is a thief. How can you side with a nobody over me? I have alpha blood in my veins, Casey protested. Damon shook his head. You never learn, so there is no point in talking to you. I will explain to your father. You can't be serious. Are you discarding me? Did you find someone else? Who is she? Damon gestured at the wall clock. In 29 minutes, they will take you outside my territory. I suggest you start packing. Casey gaped at Damon, who reached for the phone that was on the side table. After a few seconds of silence, Damon spoke. Alpha Richard, I'm calling to let you know that Casey is on her way home. Did something happen? Alpha Richard asked anxiously. He was aware that Casey has a temper she can't control. When they talk nicely, Casey understands things, but she gets fired up easily, and all his teachings go out the window. Casey is causing disruption in my pack house. I tolerated her unruly behavior because it only contained a spiteful choice of words. But this time I'm drawing the line because she physically assaulted one of my people. Alpha Richard, due to our relationship, I will not punish Casey, and my warriors will escort her unharmed. But from today onwards, Casey is not welcome in my territory, and if she appears without authorization, she will be treated with hostility. Make sure she understands that, because I don't want to carry consequences for her irresponsible behavior. Alpha Richard let out a long breath. I understand. Damon ended the call and looked at Casey. 27 minutes left, Casey. Casey turned toward the door, and her mood dropped even lower when she saw Maya leaning on the doorframe with a smug smirk. Make sure she leaves with all of her things, Damon spoke while leaving the room. I'm on it, Alpha, Maya confirmed and turned to Casey. Will you pack your things, or do you want us to do it for you? Damon was furious and guilt-ridden. If he had chased Casey away earlier, this wouldn't have happened. If he didn't allow Casey to come whenever she wanted, this wouldn't have happened. Sure, he never invited her, but he didn't tell her to leave either. Was Talia okay? Damon made his way into the kitchen, and he panicked when he saw that it was empty. Didn't Stephanie take Talia to get an ice pack? Steph, where are you? Damon asked through the mind link. I'm with Talia in her room. Damon dashed up as fast as he could, and he paused at the door without opening it. Don't pay attention to her, sweetie, Damon heard Stephanie say. Alpha Damon sent her packing. She won't bother you anymore. There was no response, and Damon leaned his ear on the door to hear better. Stephanie continued talking. I know it's not much consolation, but Casey was getting on all our nerves. No one will miss her here. Alpha Damon will, Talia said. He might be angry now, but tomorrow he will change his mind. Is that what you think of him? Stephanie asked. Talia opened her mouth and then closed it, deciding not to share her thoughts about Alpha Damon, because parts about him being weird and mentally unstable could probably put her in a dungeon. But Stephanie was expecting an answer from Talia, so she had to say something. I know that you have a good opinion of Alpha Damon, Stephanie. You watched him grow up, and I won't deny that he is a good alpha for his pack. Alpha Damon helped me out of my predicament, and I am very grateful for everything he did. I mean no disrespect, but my experience is telling me that misfortune comes when he is nearby. In the hallway, Damon frowned and stuck closer to the door. Did Talia call him a jinx?
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.